Well, okay, if you want to know why I didn't review the other Scream movies, Scream 2 and Scream 3 and Scream 4, is because I felt that there wasn't a need for sequels, okay, first of all. So, yeah, this is Derrick Yasha, and I'm going to do my rant on the Scream sequels, okay? Scream 2, first of all. This sequel's not really needed at all, to be honest with you. The first one was very good. It was a very good, standalone movie. It did not need any sequels. But I guess because how successful the first movie was and how much money they made off of it, of course that, West wanted to make a sequel. You know, he wanted to make Scream 2. And, for me, Scream 2 is an okay, decent time waster. I'll watch the movie. I'll watch the movie. But it was okay. It wasn't as good as the first one though. The first one knocked it out of the ballpark. The second one just felt like, okay, let's just make this for money. Let's just make this for money. And of course, you have an uninteresting plot. You know, basically it plays out like the first one, but except it takes place at a college dorm or some shit like that. You know, So yeah, pretty much it's same thing like the first one, but except that it takes place at a school this time. Okay. And the kills were okay. They weren't as good as the first one, you know. But this movie is not rememberable. This movie is it's not anywhere as memorable as the first one. Because let me tell you something, the first one is a good classic, and mainly like how there wasn't supposed to be sequels to Jaws, but on purpose they made sequels. But look, you know, at least Jaws 2 was a very enjoyable film, and at least memorable for me. But see, Scream 2, yes, I know it had Jerry O'Connell in it. He sings that song. Um, I think I love you, and what am I so afraid of? The cafeteria. See, I like that part of the movie, but everything else, the whole thing where Randy records himself on camera and mainly portrays himself as in the middle between our heroes and the killer explaining shit, and he adds more new rules. I thought that was okay. Um, Mainly the mother and son thing was like, okay, really? Did they add this in at the last minute? Seriously. And the whole thing that either, Billy was um a cousin of his or something like that. And they keep on bringing up Sid's mom. They keep on bringing up her mom. I'm like, okay, really? Seriously? So anyways, still, I would say it's a little bit of an entertaining movie, but not as much as the first one. But not really needed. Okay, and then number three, Scream 3, which was okay. It was alright, but, not as memorable as part one for some odd reason. And this time it takes place in Hollywood, of, the new Stab remake or whatever, or Stab movie. When of course, the cast gets killed off and this and that, whatever. And then, I don't know, I can't remember any of it because, it was just like, okay, really? A third movie? A third movie? And the most disappointing thing was, I forgot the guy's name, but he gets killed off in like the first couple of minutes, which was very stupid. Uh, let's see what else. I think the only memorable thing out of the whole movie was Jay and Silent Bob. Jay and Silent Bob make a cameo in Scream 3. That was the only good thing about Scream 3. Everything else was okay, you know. Everything was so so, you know. It was just like, okay, let's just make another sequel and get more money. And then what? I think it was last year or 2 years ago, somewhere around there, that Scream 4 came out. And let me just explain something here. Scream 4 was just like, what were they thinking, man? What were they thinking? And of course, getting a terrible actress to play the killer, okay, and a terrible actor playing the part as the killer. Basically, it's a remake of Part 1, okay? So yeah, they're saying this is Scream 4, but it's a remake of Part 1. It played same thing like Part 1, basically. They could have did something with the POV shots. That would have been something new, seeing the killer kill people in first person. But no, what did they decide to do? Oh, let's just keep it in third person. I don't know if any other movies did first person, but that would have been awesome. Here's another thing. Um, basically the ending. The ending was just like, okay, really? Really? You know, it's like it was unneeded. It was unneeded. They basically made it for cash, a cash grab again. But I think Scream 4 has to be one of the worst Scream movies ever made. It was overhyped. Everybody went to go see it just because they would think that it was going to be the last movie, but no. Of course, they're going to probably make a Scream 5 and a Scream 6 and a Scream 7. Just because they can. But pretty much, if I was to find Scream 4 for $1, or not even that, maybe like 25 cents, I would get it, just because to complete the collection. Even though I think it is the worst movie, I still kind of liked it a little bit. Not that much, though. Not that much. I still liked it a little bit. But, you know, Scream 4 is so. I did a rant on it before on my old channel. But pretty much the Scream franchise, they did not need three more movies. They did not. It only needed one movie. See, because people still talk about the first movie. Rarely you would ever hear people talk about the second movie or third movie or fourth movie. Maybe you'll hear people talk about the fourth movie just because it came out a couple of years ago. But mainly for me, I will always remember the first movie. I will always remember those scenes. Those iconic scenes, which was awesome. I will always remember Randy making one-liners. I will always remember Neff Campbell being beautiful in the movie. See, because in the sequel, she cut her hair short and she didn't have the bangs anymore. She just had her hair parted in the middle, and pretty much it just went downhill from there. Everybody changed from there. And I guess, yeah. I'll admit this. The Ghostface mask looked better in each movie, but I like the cheap plasticness of Ghostface mask in the first movie, how cheap it looked. And in some scenes you could see through the eyes, and you could see the guy's eyes. Now, for some people that's a nitpick because you're not supposed to see Ghostface's eyes. But you do see them in the first movie in some shots. But yeah. Okay, rant done. Rant over. Peace.